Well, even though it's March beginning, we are talking about this year according to IMD forecast. The March weather forecast is supposed to be quite warm. In North, it's a good time, almost springtime. But in a lot of other parts of India, the mercury temperature is not unusually high, but is higher than average. What does that mean for the summer season ahead? Last year, because of work at home, the dynamics for the entire conditioning industry changed. Will they change permanently now? Now that a lot of offices may not restart again and work at home is something which is permanent. And also this sudden uptick in the temperature in the month of March in last 10-15 days, is that leading to a frantic movement in unitary cooling business? So let's connect with the Managing Director of Blue Star, Mr. Thiagarajan, to talk about what his understanding of the demand and temperature scenario is. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. The IMD is calling it a March which is slightly unusual than what we've seen in last couple of years. The temperature levels are rising. Has that translated into a early beginning of air conditioning season for you?
Good morning, Nikunj. It is always a pleasure to talk to you. The recovery was much better than what we anticipated. In Q3, it saw 17% growth over the previous year, driven by the festival sale demand. In January, February, it continues even before the news about the harsh summer came in. And I am a person, I don't bet on the weather forecast. Nowadays, it dramatically changes from the time it is forecasted and the actual summer sets in. It's like winning a toss and electing to bat. That is where I am. How the pitch will behave, I do not know. But irrespective of that, due to a few reasons, the season is going to be extremely good. Number one, people are not going to be taking summer vacation. They are going to stay at home. Just now you pointed out they are not going out for dining. They are working from home. Therefore, they want to make their home comfortable. This is what is driving the sales across all the markets, including tier 3, 4, 5. And I expect, if I have to put a figure to that, during the summer season, we call the summer season between March and July, and this particular period, I think it will witness 25% growth over the previous year, going by the demand indications that are available with us at this moment.
Okay. The other mainstay for Blue Star is your institutional business, where you are essentially giving cooling solutions to buildings, offices, and structures. I don't know whether it's a trend or not, but there is definitely a debate that how much of the normal usage of commercial space will be required if work from home is the new trend. And I think this trend is now an acceptable trend. If I speak to IT companies, if I speak to consultants, if I look in my industry, which is media, could this have a structural change in the way how your institutional solution business was moving?
Insightful question, Nikunj. You are right. A few segments, it is not witnessing growth at all. To begin with, it is the offices, ITES. This constitute a very important business segment for us. We are not witnessing growth there, and it is still at around 75% of the previous year demand. Now, order book is good, and it is predominantly from infrastructure and the factory segment, healthcare segment, and most importantly, manufacturing, which has opened up in a very big way. I think next 4 to 5 years, the manufacturing related MEP will be a great business opportunity for Blue Star. And in commercial refrigeration, the cloud kitchens, food delivery, and vaccination related cold storage, this is driving the business. So therefore, I do not have any complaint about B2B also. B2B is creating opportunities from different segments other than the office. I think office, ITES, it will be a while before it comes back.
It's such a great point, Mr. Thiagarajan. We often say that the jobs are a function of the society. And I just want to bring this point for our viewers. When we say unemployment and job loss, who would have thought jobs like gig economy, cloud kitchen, these are jobs which the society has created. Some of these jobs were not there. My favorite example is the place where I'm right now. It was a mill, and now it has become a residential complex. Some mills in Bombay, which were mills, they've become malls. So my question to you is that let's divide the business into three parts. One is your retail business, consumer facing business. What growth do you expect there? What happens to your old B2B business, which is centered around, let's say, centered around the historical sectors or the traditional sectors like IT or ITES? And then what about the new B2B segments which you mentioned, which you've just added? What kind of growth do you see there?
Okay, I told you B2C segment, which for us is room air conditioners, or air purifiers, air cooler, water purifier. These businesses are likely to witness. I'm taking a 12-month period. In the next 12-month period, there will be 20% growth, and the air conditioning sector itself is on a very take-off point, like because of the PLI scheme that has been introduced, and the manufacturers are carrying out backward integration, and a lot of investment is taking place in manufacturing. It will be a golden era for room air conditioners. The moment has arrived for that industry. So 20% minimum growth, I will bet on the B2C business of ours. In B2B, the traditional businesses, it will be still at around 90% of previous year level. And basically because the offices, ITES will not be there, but the offices, infrastructure, etc. will come into place. And our goal is very clear. We are interested in profitable growth there. We are not chasing market share. We are interested in cash flows. The real estate sector itself is stressed. We will be very careful out there. And the new segments that are emerging, like I will include there the electronics manufacturing. Quite a bit of that requires air conditioning solutions there. Healthcare related refrigeration, commercial kitchen related refrigeration or air conditioning. This part of it is on a small base, and it will almost double the requirement in the coming year, because it is entirely getting built. And for the commercial refrigeration part of the business, we are just some 3,000 crores in this country. In any other country, it will be as close to the air conditioning market itself. And for Blue Star, commercial refrigeration will be an important growth driver. It will define our growth over the next 5 years.
That's quite an interesting perspective that you're giving us, Mr. Thiagarajan. The other aspect that we wanted to understand is that how is it that you're coping with the raw material cost pressures given the spike that one has seen in the last 3 months?
We have increased the prices by anywhere between 5 to 8% from January 1. We are waiting to see how March will pan out in terms of raw material prices, basically steel, copper, and ABS plastic. If it is not going to come under control, we may have to go in for second price hike, which will be between 3 to 5% once again, over and above what was already implemented. And I am hoping that by May, June, the prices should soften. But for us, the summer season falls during this period, and we cannot absorb this at all. We have to pass it on. Now, what happens in that scenario? I maintain still the growth will take place, but the growth will come from low-end products. Like I want to buy an air conditioner. I may not end up buying a 5-star, I will end up buying a 3-star air conditioner. This is what is going to happen. And I'm not betting on the GST concession at all, which the industry has been following up, that it is in 28% bracket. If it is made 18%, people can afford to buy 5-star air conditioner, and it will be a revenue neutral proposition that I don't think the government is in the mood to look at it at this point of time. But I think low-end products will end up selling. High-end products, lesser and lesser number of buyers will be there. And it is unfortunate, but then that is the price you pay when there is a huge economic revival across globe.
Sure. So besides customer downsizing, which you just talked about, do you not believe that it's going to also impact your volumes perhaps? I mean, though I know that the nature of your business and products is more necessity based nowadays.
Yeah, I'm discounting around 5% growth for that. I would have thought that the market should grow during summer season by around 30%, but it'll come. I am as of now downsizing it to 25% because of this reason. It is not only the cost of raw materials. There is a ocean freight, which is at some 4 times what it was last year. And due to petroleum diesel price hike, the local transportation costs are higher. And I will tell you one more. It is advertising expenses. The price that are quoted for quite a bit of media buying is very high. There is a general hike out there, specifically cricket. So therefore, we have to pass on the price increase, but still the growth will take place. I do not have any doubt about it at all.
Okay. Great to have you on the show, Mr. Thiagarajan, and thanks for giving us your views so candidly. Good speaking with you.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure interacting with you.